Punch it.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Why are you like the Italian grandma when you punch
Hey,
it?
we out in the space here.
Okay,
playing the Star
okay.
Wars. I'm driving the ship, yeah?
Wait, why is Italian grandma German? What the fuck?
I don't know. What I could do that on Friday. Be like, hey, it's the gold leader here, reporting in,
Yeah?
yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, do you want the pepperoni?
Yes, please.
Good evening, chat. Welcome to Star Wars and Scotch. It's the show where Tim and I talk about Star Wars for a little bit. Did Tad push Facebook Live?
No, I'm just pushing everybody over to Facebook, over to Twitch.
Okay.
It's fine.
I'm just going to do ... text Tad.
It's okay. I'm pumping it out to everybody on my Discord, and I'm gonna share it to my. I got it. Don't you worry about it.
I'm not worried.
Right.
Whatever happens, chat. Anyway. Welcome to Star Wars and Scotch, episode 17. The Slido link is working, Twitch. You keep saying it's not. I clicked it like 7 times and it works just fine. I don't know why it's not working for some of you. I see the questions. I see Cody's new question. And then that's not even an admin view. That's just general view. So, yeah. Anyway, welcome to Star Wars and Scotch, the show where Tim and I talk about Star Wars.
And we
Live.
drink scotch. I'm drinking a new scotch tonight, Kevin.
What do you got, buddy?
This is from Loch Lomond. Loch Lomond. I feel like I just made it sound French when it's not.
Loch. You gotta get like
Loch,
a good amount of phlegm in the back of the throat.
Loch Lomond.
Loch Lomond.
Yeah, this is their 18. This is the Loch Lomond 18.
Loch
There's even a
Lomond.
song about it, dude. I just googled Loch Lomond real quick and
There's a song about
nice. Oh, there's songs. Oh yeah.
it. Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, it's delicious. It's actually really good.
And it's nutritious. I actually was like, I'm going to work out after the show tonight while I watch the game. And then I was like, I can't work out after Star Wars and Scotch.
No, because you've been drinking the heavy stuff.
No, I just have Jack today because it's been a day.
Oh.
And I wanted something sweet that goes down quick. And that's what Jack does for me. But good evening. Welcome. We have lots of stuff for you tonight. I don't know if we'll get to it all. If you'd like to submit your questions, do the same thing you do every week. If you're new here, this is your home for Star Wars chit-chat, gossip,
And scotch.
news, and drinks. You can even bring beer. No one will yell at you. Mead.
Yeah, no, we won't judge you. I might look at you funny, but I won't
Vodka.
judge you.
You can drink vodka if you want. Whatever you want.
Yes, cheeky breaky, the vodka and all that stuff. Yes.
Oh my god, we have a meeting with someone that like speaks Russian, and I told Tim he's not allowed to say cheeky breaky in the meeting.
Like in bees dick.
It's a big no-no. Big no-no.
Feliz Navidad.
You want to talk about that right off the bat? You want me to show
Yeah,
them?
let's do it. Yeah, speaking of Feliz Navidad, chat. How would you like to have a ugly Christmas sweater Stormtrooper, but in the form of a toy?
I really hope the audio doesn't get all weird, but here we go. I'm going to try it anyway. It works. The
Nice.
audio not weird.
Perfect. This is coming from StarWars.com. The Hasbro PulseCon HasLab Vintage Collection has been revealed, including the Razor Crest, Jar Jar Binks with an energy shield. I hate
Get to
him.
the stuff they're getting offended about, Tim.
I hate him.
Hurry up.
Flame troopers, the armorist. But the most important part is that we are now getting festive Star Wars stormtroopers. Okay, so some of these stormtroopers look like elves with elf socks. You know, the green and white with ugly Christmas sweater chest pieces. Santa Claus. They turned the range trooper into essentially Kris Kringle. This is the Range Trooper Holiday Edition, adorned with a BDO, looking like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
The
with
trooper
this
with
stuff.
the trooper with the sweater has
It's
a little.
atrocious. There's
It has
one,
a
he has
little
scarf.
Do you
He has
see
a
the little
scarf.
snowpork?
No, yes. Also, who's the really cute guy? Babu Frick. Babu Frick is also with one of these First Order troopers, and he is also adorned in festive garments as well.
Say like.
I don't. I mean, if you've ever wanted to see a snow trooper in festive colorings, then I guess these toys are for you.
I guess this is the best way to celebrate Life Day, Chad.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking, but I mean, like, there's a lot of really cool toys. Admiral Thrawn, Han Solo from Empire.
Tim.
Luke from Empire is also a part of this collection as well. Yes, sir.
On December 21st.
4 days before Christmas, okay?
Can we have a Life Day special episode?
Is that the Tuesday before Christmas?
That is the Monday before Christmas.
It is a Monday, right? Because we do a show on Mondays, not Tuesdays. Yeah, let's do a Life Day.
A special Life Day episode where we celebrate Life Day.
Yeah, I'm gonna grow my hair out long enough so that I can look like Chewie's son.
Oh dear, I didn't want to go that far down the rabbit hole. Life Day is canon.
It is canon. Isn't it a stupid little smile?
But yeah, I think we should do a Life Day celebration on December 20th. We're gonna have to come up with some good ideas. We could do that one in the office, Tim, and have like a hearth behind us.
Oh, Kevin, please don't do that to me because now we have to.
And we'll
have the festive log, the Life Day log.
What is Life Day? Life Day is basically Christmas and Star Wars. It started with the Christmas special in the 70s. The so bad it's can't look away. It's like a car accident one.
It is definitely a train wreck. But you can't stop watching it.
But it's been made canon through many permeations. Like even in SWOTOR, the month of December usually is just all Life Day stuff.
Mandalorian, they mention Life Day.
You can get in SWOTOR. You can get a what mount is it? The freaking oh my god, what's it called? The mount
from
Hoth.
What you're talking about. I don't. Oh, a tauntaun?
Thank you. You can get a tauntaun with Christmas lights strewn all over it as a mount.
I don't understand.
Doesn't Life Day fall in November? It's Christmas. It's essentially the same thing. That guy's here.
Sure. That guy's here.
November 17th. We're still celebrating it December 21st.
Yeah. Yeah, you, bud.
Because then if we do it on November 17th, you know what's going to happen?
Why are you celebrating Christmas in November?
Before
It's November.
Thanksgiving.
We haven't even had the turkey yet.
Seriously,
My
what
mom
the
hasn't
wrong
even
with
made
you?
the turkey, and you're out here with your Christmas lights playing Life Day stuff. Get off my Twitch, stupid.
I'm still
Yeah,
celebrating Halloween, like watching Nightmare Before Christmas. So you.
Whoa, Chet. Whoa, calm down there, buddy. Calm down. You've had too much Ovaltine.
Smoke it, dude.
Blaze it.
So, you're not hated, Jack. It's okay.
No, I just have to give you shit.
The fact that you stayed and even said that, we like you even more now because you took it and you're still
Like a
here.
champ.
We love you now. You one of us.
One of us. This is the way.
So yeah, we'll do Life Day. We'll celebrate it late, even though it's November 17th, because I don't want to deal with Twitch chat. Facebook probably has no idea about any of this, so they'll just be like,
No,
"Hey,
not
look,
at
it's
all.
Tim and Kevin. We're so happy to see him again."
Yes.
Because they're so nice, yet so not into jokes like we are at the same time. This is a two-parter. InsideTheMagic.net, live-action Star Wars Rebels movie rumored to be in the works.
What?
Recently, Star Wars fans have been grasping at any shred of information about what is happening. That's literally the basis for this entire show.
What?
Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy has stated that the Star Wars executive needs to take a step, blah, blah, blah. We know all that. What we know for sure is that all three of Disney's scheduled Star Wars films have been pushed back a year, with the next installment, blah, 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 blah. Mandalorian, all this proves is the Star Wars showrunners aren't afraid of exploring live-action versions of animated series with the popularity of Rebels. It would not be surprising if the rumors of a Star Wars Rebel movie turn out to be true. We do not yet know if this film would be a theatrical release or would have a Disney Plus streaming debut. So that's part one of that. Before we go in and discuss it and fight over it, Rahul Kohli, who is an actor who's been on a few different things. He's in the new Netflix show, The Haunting of Bly Manor, tweeted on September 24th at 1:45 p.m., I've gotten into that Lothal, orphan, force-sensitive, trained by Kane and Jarrus kind of shape for no particular reason.
Huh.
A little weird.
That's a little weird. That's like, that's
So,
weird.
with Katie Sackhoff, who is also claiming that not all the rumors are true. We're not going to dive into that, but she is saying that not all the rumors are true that you're hearing. But with the idea that Katie Sackhoff is Bo-Katan, with the idea that there's a chance, I'm not saying she is, because, I mean, Tim and Alex last week were pretty adamant about Sasha Banks not being Sabine, but throwing it out there. Throwing it out there.
Is that her?
Rosario Dawson possibly playing Ahsoka.
Sure.
And now this tweet, we have a very, he was in iZombie 2, yes. We have a very, very interesting group of people from Rebels kind of casted and ready to be played.
Okay, hold on.
Go.
Okay, the girl that is in the trailer for Mandalorian 2 is not Sabine Wren. Shut your mouth. It's not. There's no way.
I would not say 100%. I say there's a chance, but I'm not going to say 100% whatsoever.
There is no way.
He's a big Star Wars fan. I don't buy it. You don't think, though, he would know that was going to, like... I don't know. It's, Also, Ezra's not really, like...
He's not in, like... He's a tiny dude.
It's
he's
not
a little...
Yeah.
He's like 15.
So, could be possible. Plus, it's fun to speculate. APOC always comes in here. He loves to shoot holes, like little holes in all the rumors. He's like, guess what I saw in this obscure podcast?
Whiskey's like, okay, I'm 78.2% sure.
But a Rebels movie would be nice because it would wrap up, or could wrap up the story. Like, we could know Thrawn, Ezra.
I just
fate.
don't want. Why do they need to do that in live when they can just continue to do it in animated? It's so much easier for them to work in the animated world, especially now with COVID. Like, why not just continue to do like a Rebel-esque style? Even it doesn't even have to be a episodic show. It could just be. It could be a movie.
An animated movie.
Yeah, an animated movie that goes on Disney is a Disney Plus exclusive. I don't understand why that would be a problem.
I don't know. But the rumors are out there, and it's fun to speculate. You're all the worst, Chad. I just want you to know that. Nah, I love you.
What happened now?
No, that's it. I was just commenting on
you guys
that.
are just the worst.
Yeah,
Good.
no, they're just the worst. That's it. There's no rhyme or reason to it. They just are.
By the time the Mandalorian happens, Ezra is in his mid-20s. Yes. That's correct.
Yeah, so
I just don't see the point in doing a live action for this. This doesn't work.
I think it would
for
be
me.
well, you also, when we first talked about like the Ahsoka rumors with Rosario Dawson, you were very like, I don't know if they could pull that off.
Because I feel like people have such a like they have a certain expectation when it comes to like those characters, and if it isn't a perfect one-to-one to what they've had already, then it's gonna ruin that immersion.
Follow me down this marketing pathway.
All right, let's go down it.
So bringing Ahsoka to life, right? Not just in putting her in more mainstream content.
Yep.
She's probably the most beloved underground Star Wars character, if you will.
Oh no, it's she's not. I mean, she is one of the most beloved Star Wars characters.
Right, but the one that has never made it to the mainstream. She's always been a part of the framework around the mainstream. So bringing her into Mandalorian or her own movie or whatever into movies makes sense, because this is the part Chad's going to get mad at me for, but this is how I think.
Waiting for it.
When you are selling Star Wars to parents and their families and their children, you want to sell them role models. And Rey as a role model for females was great. You can fight me all you want on that, but my daughter, who is 16,
no, you're right,
absolutely loved Rey. So you can fight me till the day I die. I'm really happy she got picked for the role because she was great and she was an excellent person in the universe for my daughter to look up to. her story's kind of told, and we don't expect to see Rey again in that capacity probably for at least 10 to 20 years.
Sure.
So the next best thing would be to bring Ahsoka into the fold, because little boys have so many different Star Wars characters they can look up to. So many.
Oh. Okay.
So that's where my thought process is.
Yeah, I mean, I just...
Plus, Ahsoka's not a Jedi.
Yeah?
She'd be the first to tell you that.
I mean, she's not... She is not a part of the Jedi Order, that is correct.
She's not a Jedi.
Right, but she still practices...
She's in tune with the Force.
Yeah, but she's still... I mean, like, even if, like, as you read the book, like, she even, like... She still follows the training.
Right, but she disagrees with a lot of the dogma that...
Correct. I think she's going to more of, like... I think as we get into, like, the High Republic, I think we're going to, like, see, like when the Jedi was like, at their peak.
Yeah, that's what Alex said last week.
I feel like that is going to be the way that Ahsoka kind of like that's what her that's where her mentality is now. Is like that's where she wants to be as a Jedi.
Yeah.
So
I
have a hard time. I still have a really hard time with bringing these characters to life. It has to be done correctly, and I don't think it's gonna happen in the Mandalorian. Like the closer we get to season 2, I have a hard time believing that they're gonna show up in the capacity that we expect them to be in.
I'm like 90% sure we'll see Bo-Katan, and that's it. Because Bo-Katan makes super sense in that story.
I think that would make sense. But to think that we're gonna see, Sabine, we're gonna see Ezra, we'll see Thrawn, we'll see like all these people. Like it just doesn't make sense, and I think it's too soon.
I also don't see how they fit into the story. Like
I don't either.
I went down the rabbit hole and traced it with chat, and there, yes, you could really far-fetched fit it in there, but at the same time, what you're doing is you are making allowances for the super fan to make sense of it all.
Right. Right.
Bo-Katan,
you allow them to connect the dots.
Bo-Katan actually fits into what's going on.
Because the dark saber is the connecting dot.
Right.
That is what allows Bo-Katan to live freely in the Mandalorian world.
Right.
To what capacity will she live? I don't know. Will she be a mention? Will she be a memory? Will she be a full-fledged character that is alive and is, interacting with Mando and with Moff Gideon? I don't know. I think it's going to throw people off if she becomes like a big character. So I feel like to me she might be a memory like we saw with Din when he was being saved by Death Watch.
What if it's a Moff Gideon flashback?
A Moff Gideon flashback makes sense. And the only reason why I say that is because we saw the picture of him with the Star Destroyer background, or what we assume to be like a Star Destroyer or some type of Imperial fortress or something behind him. So that would make sense to me. That also could just mean that Moff Gideon has a Star Destroyer at his command, and that might be a present thing. Which it wouldn't surprise me that if he did have a Star Destroyer or two at his command.
Giancarlo Esposito also said in an interview that we will learn more about Moff Gideon and the Darksaber in seasons
3 and 4.
Oh, episode? I thought it said seasons 3 and 4.
Oh no, he said seasons 3 and 4.
Seasons 3 and 4, right? So
yes, so he has already he leaked that there will be a third and also fourth season of The Mandalorian.
That's not much of a leak. Like, hey, Disney, your most popular Star Wars content.
Yeah. I mean, like, honestly, 3 made sense. 4 honestly surprised me.
No.
I didn't think that we'd see 4.
Tim, Witcher got a second season before the first episode hit Netflix.
Sure, right, but how much... Okay, but Kevin, let's circle back to everything that Disney has said. The Skywalker saga is dead. How much stuff can you fit into this period either Mando goes into the chaos, or he is tiptoeing around Luke Skywalker and the New Republic.
So, I'll read one thing in a second because one of the articles I have ties into this nicely. But here is what we are going to be battling, you and me, as hosts of this show after Mandalorian releases, we are going to be battling people coming in and saying like their expectations were not met because everyone is creating the fantasy world in their head that they do whenever the new Star Wars is teased.
Yep.
And they're creating all of these expectations that are probably not going to pan out the way they want, and then they're going to come in here and tell us how much they don't like season 2.
Sure.
Watch.
Yeah. So Woodhouse in chat says, what are your thoughts on Bo-Katan being the armorer?
We've said no to this like 75 times. I'm surprised you would pull that from chat, Tim.
No, but like I don't really remember like talking about that. Like honestly, I don't. And I feel I find that an interesting twist. I think that would be really cool if she pulls her helmet off and it's Bo-Katan underneath the helmet. That is interesting.
Can I tell you why it's not Bo-Katan?
Yeah, no, but like so
because
the only reason
the English, not English accent, but the accent of the armorer sounds nothing like Bo-Katan.
Agreed. But also, I mean, you could also, to play devil's advocate, Bo-Katan knows the way of the Mandalorian. She knows the history of her people. She covets like the way very much, and so like that's an interesting thought. But to Kevin's point, I agree. I think that'd be a really
Can I poke hole number 2?
Go for it.
Why would she be in this new sect of Mandalorians where the helmet rule is in place?
Because she doesn't want to give up her identity to Moff Gideon. So she created this sect of Mandalorian that were not allowed to take off their helmet so that she could lay in wait in the open and keep eyes on Moff Gideon and strike at the right time.
I don't like it.
That's me just playing devil's advocate.
It's fine, but I don't like it at all.
Yeah, sure. No,
I think it's such a stretch.
It is a massive stretch. That is literally me trying to figure that out in my head as I was talking to you.
I think Bo-Katan is dead.
That makes sense.
And whether it's a Din flashback or a Moff flashback or both of them,
yeah,
that will be the piece together. Because I know, Tim, you're always worried about the cartoon counterparts looking like they're live action. Katie Sackhoff looks exactly
I agree
like
with you
Bo-Katan.
100%. She looks just like Bo-Katan. It's like if they modeled her,
yeah,
the character in the show after her.
It's not even a contest. Like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. That works.
She could pull it off so well. Yeah.
So, I think she's a flashback. I don't think she's I think the armor is the armor.
It's gonna be the change of hands of the Darksaber. Like
right.
that makes
How
a
did
lot of
Moff
sense
Gideon
to me.
get it? He killed Bo-Katan by doing
something. Yep. Agreed.
Let's tackle some. Oh, let me bring this into it. So, from Inverse, Mandalorian season 2 trailer teases a huge Palpatine twist. The Mandalorian season 2 is nearly here. Da 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 da. Redditor King Greystone took this assumption. Let me go back one. In the trailer for Mandalorian season 2, Din Djarin and the child traverse many planets, including one that looks an awful lot like Ilum. We discussed this in detail last week with Alex and Molly. One of the settings looks rather unfamiliar, but it appears to be an ultra-populated city. There aren't that many planets in Star Wars with that kind of landscape, so the first one that comes to mind is the center of galactic politics, Coruscant, which Tim threw that out there as a possibility last week. King Greystone Redditor took this assumption and ran with it, suggesting Mando and his young ward are on Coruscant to break into the Jedi Temple. While the temple was a sacred place before the establishment of the Empire, after Palpatine took over, he converted it into his own personal palace, which I actually never knew. The theory suggests our heroes will have to pull off a heist in order to obtain some sort of information kept by the Jedi to find more Force users like Baby Yoda. If Mando needs to break into the temple, he'll need help from a local. That could be why he's strolling through what appears to be the Coruscant slums, or whatchamacallit? What's it called, Tim? Level...
Yes,
the Coruscant slums?
1330,
thank you. At this point in the Star Wars timeline, Palpatine is thought to be dead, but Rise of Skywalker proved that wasn't true at all. He's alive, just in a decrepit clone body, and unless he takes a trip to his old stomping ground, presumably he is still in hiding out on Exegol. However, Palpatine could still make an appearance in The Mandalorian. I don't agree with that at all. Be it through possibly a hologram I could agree with, showing the way to a Jedi sorcerers made during the Great Jedi Purge, or even flashbacks as the Mandalorian explores his former palace.
Palpatine did have, so during Operation Cinder, Palpatine did have like these droids essentially, and then he had like hologram projections of his face.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like that could show up, and that does show up during. They actually show it off. It's in a comic, but it's shown off more so in Star Wars Battlefront 2, the single player. You actually see everyone's like, "Oh, the Emperor's alive! What the hell?" And it's actually just hit like a video recording of him with a full body suit to make it seem like he was still alive. It was his way of. It was their way of still trying to make it seem like the Emperor didn't die when in fact he did.
Mm-hmm.
So that could pop up. That could most definitely pop up, like a recording of the Emperor or something along those lines. Yeah, they're like, Palpatine drones.
So there's interesting support for this theory. In Colin Trevorrow's unused script for Episode 9, Rose and Finn go on a heist into the Jedi Temple, so presumably Jon Favreau could easily adopt the plot line and adjust it for television. Ian McDermott has not been attached to the project, though a surprise cameo is altogether possible. It may be looking like any Palpatine appearances in Season 2 will be Dave Filoni's patented style of blink and you'll miss them Easter eggs and references to Star Wars lore, which is what I love about Dave. Still, any association with Palpatine takes the Mandalorian to the next level, proving Din doesn't just have to settle for messing with a henchman like Moff Gideon. He can infiltrate the very heart of the Empire with a tiny, precious Force user by his side.
Yes.
And the whole theory's on Reddit if you want to see it. I like bits and pieces of that. I don't like it as a complete...
like a 1-to-1?
Yeah, like I could totally see the Emperor being in a hologram.
Yeah, like Sleek, he kind of like completed what I was saying. He said they were called Sentinels.
Yeah,
and they could respond and like actually have a conversation. The whole idea was literally like this was one of the Emperor's backup plans in case he did die.
the Sentinels are so creepy too.
Like they're super creepy. And as soon as he died, Operation Cinder was put into effect, and like those things were executed and came to life. So you again, guys, I'm gonna talk about this again. Aftermath. If you want to learn more about these things, go read the book.
The other part of that, I don't think that planet's Coruscant. It doesn't look busy enough to be Coruscant.
No, it's definitely not Coruscant.
No. I'm with Alex. I think it's a new planet.
And it's going to be in the Outer Rim.
Yeah, I think it's a new Outer Rim planet.
There is no way that Mando is going into the Central Rim to like go find that out. He lives out in the Outer Rim. That's where the entire show has been done. Like why would he go from Tatooine all the way to Coruscant and like Ilum, and like that just doesn't make sense. Like he operates on the outskirts of galactic space. And
even having, the fun theory that we came up with was Mon Cala, because we saw a bunch of Quarren and Mon Calamari on the planet. But they live under the water, so that also kind of pokes holes in that theory. Like, why would they be in fishing villages? You could play it, but honestly, I think the theory from last week where we said, it's probably a new planet, is probably.
I do like seeing more Quarren though. I hope we cut more Quarren in half because that was really cool.
I was watching Clone Wars today, and there was a Quarren outside Jabba's palace that got just messed up by Death Watch. It was great.
I want to see more of those shark creatures that from that.
I was looking at
the Mon Cala.
I was looking them up.
Shark guy. Yeah, they're neat.
Yeah, they're interesting. They have a planet of their own, but just their behavior and their alliance with the Separatists intrigued me. And then we've never seen them ever again in anything else. So that I know of, chat, you're more than welcome to correct me. I'm sure comics and stuff. But yeah, all very interesting. Can't wait. What do we have? How many more days, Tim?
So October 30th. So we are 32 days away.
We got this, chat. We got this. Stay strong. Are we doing the 7 a.m. watch text?
I mean, so the way that I was doing it, it was Friday morning in the gym, and then after the gym, it was in the movie room and watch the whole thing.
Yeah, and this isn't spoiler cast, so we're not gonna like change to Friday. I think the one thing Tim and I should do though is we should do immediate reaction video after stream, so everyone can get our reactions, and then we can post that on YouTube, and then we can do like full on fleshed out discussion. Because keep in mind, for 8 weeks, the only thing Tim and I are going to talk about on this show is The Mandalorian. We will not talk about anything else unless something major happens, but it's basically going to be spoiler cast again.
Just with Scotch this time.
I mean, were we drinking last time?
Yeah, we were drinking like
beer.
Yeah, just like, yeah,
beer.
Crap.
So this week, last week, Keira Knightley was talking about how she played Padme in Phantom Menace.
Oh my gosh, she doesn't remember who she plays. I get it. I get it. The movie was like 20 years ago. But
Still funny.
still, oh my gosh. She thought she was playing as Padme.
That's it. That's the article. That's it.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, Kevin, can you believe this?
That's it.
Yeah.
X-Men star reportedly eyed to play Star Wars Broom Boy in Rey's solo movie. I don't buy any of this, but I needed to read it to all of you. I don't think
Broom Boy who has who's using the Force.
Sneak up behind a Star Wars fan,
episode 8?
whisper Broom Boy in their ear, and you're guaranteed to get at least some kind of reaction. The final moments of Rian Johnson's Last Jedi hinted that there was an entire generation of Force-sensitive children out there that could have potentially kept the Jedi alive for years to come. Not news. And perhaps even substituted sweeping utensils for lightsabers. With Rey's origins revealing that she was basically a nobody from nowhere, The Last Jedi's ending opened up the franchise to the idea that the Force doesn't have to be directly tied to the Skywalker family in some way. However, when Rise of Skywalker arrived 2 years later, Rey was now the granddaughter of Palpatine, while Broom Boy and those of his ilk were nowhere to be seen.
Why do I keep calling him Broom Boy?
As J.J. Abrams reverted Star Wars back to the default settings by making it all about the Skywalkers and Palpatines for the 3rd trilogy in a row. Oof, this is an angry person.
Could you imagine like putting that on your resume or like for his IMDb and he's just like, yeah, it's me, Broom Boy.
I'm the Broom Boy from Star Wars.
I'm the Broom
Oh my
Boy.
God, what if he's at Celebration? He could just sign autographs as Broom Boy.
No, he just signs brooms. That's his thing. Oh, I feel bad for him.
According to our intel, which comes from the same sources that told us Rey would be revealed as Palpatine's granddaughter and Ahsoka Tano will be in The Mandalorian, former X-Men star Ty Sheridan is one actor being eyed for the adult version of Broom Boy, who's been canonically named as Tamiri Blag. The movie
What
will
a terrible name. His last name's Blag.
Blag. The movie will reportedly focus on Rey training a new class of Jedi, of which Blag will be a part of. And while the
I hate
details we
all of
have
this, Kevin.
and there, we're told the character is definitely returning at some point. The franchise future will play an important. Blah, 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 blah. So, like, all right, I believe that this conversation probably happened, but I also think there's probably a lot of people at Lucas that are like, what if we didn't do that and we kept.
I don't like it.
We need to hit pause on moving forward in that saga. Like, it needs to wait at least a decade. We need a cool down.
They said it was supposed to stop.
She's
And we were gonna
technically
go-
not a
and we were-
Skywalker, Tim.
No, okay, you just can't hit Star Wars fans with technicality. Actually, we said Luke Skywalker, not Rey. I hate it.
You know they're gonna
I
make
hate
Rey's story at some point. Like,
That's okay, but let other things breathe a little bit.
let it go.
Oh my gosh. That kind of pisses me off. Chat, if you want to get any of the really cool Star Wars stuff that you can only get at Disney World or Disneyland from Doc Ondar's store, i.e., if you're looking to be a Jedi or Sith Lord for Halloween, or potentially you want to dress up your wife as Rey, you can go to shopdisney.com. And you can get those items that you could only find at the parks. They are now available for purchase. You can also get lightsaber hilts, like Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber hilt, Darth Vader's lightsaber hilt. The one that I really want to get is the Jedi Temple Guard lightsaber hilt, the one that's gold and white. And you can buy blades and everything for it as well. They're not as cool as the ones that Kevin has, the ones where you can actually like build and put like kyber crystals and stuff in it. But if you're looking for a collector lightsaber hilt that is authentic, it also comes in a really dope carrying case that has like the sigil to whatever the faction that the lightsaber comes from. It even has like this really cool like pillow resting bed that you can put the lightsaber in. Unfortunately, the lightsaber blade is sold separately, but those are the things you can buy right now. They've been teasing this a lot for the holidays because they know a lot of people aren't going to be going to Disney World or Disneyland and buying their products. They decided to be smart and put them all online. So between Shop Disney and then also Target, that's where you're going to want to find all your Star Wars items for this holiday season.
Hashtag ad.
And there it is. I wish, dude. Oh my God.
Could you imagine?
I'm just going through their could you imagine getting paid by Disney to talk about their products they're selling? Me? Yes, please. I will gladly sacrifice my soul to the mouse.
100%. Rey is a Star Wars Disney princess. So is the Xenomorph Queen from Alien. Think about it.
Yeah, okay.
Am I wrong?
You're not. You're not.
All right. We got a little.
Because we've got 8 minutes till hockey too, Kevin.
I know. We're going to go a little over.
Okay. Just want to make sure you knew. I didn't want you to freak out.
I'm aware. The Star Wars has to have its moment in the sun. They gave us a little bit more on the new Jedis for the High Republic. So we got more information on Master Stellan Geos. But his lightsaber construction is so cool.
It's really cool, Kevin.
So it's the same like Claymore cross style that Kylo has, but it looks it doesn't look so chaotic.
Intense? Yeah, chaotic. That's a good one. It's got this like I like the way the plasma connects out to the side and connects to the handguard.
It's interesting. I did watch a fan film, so this is not canon, of someone bleeding their lightsaber. Their kyber crystal.
The crystal. Okay.
Yeah, same thing, ish. But yes, bleeding the crystal. So the person who was doing it, like the lightsaber was like it almost looked like Rey's, but it had more of a red tinge to it.
Okay.
Because he even says in the video like the bleeding isn't done. And then he dies, but the person who takes it ends up killing the next person that came along. And she, like, holds it up, and it has the cross section for the venting, like Kylo's. Yeah. And as it turns red, it starts to vent out, like, harder and more chaotic on the sides.
Oh, that's cool.
So even if that's not canon, I think that's such a cool way to explain why Kylo's is so volatile.
Yeah.
And this one's so, like, balanced and perfect and just kind of comes out. But it does look like it's also controlled by those sides of the hilt, if you will.
Yeah.
Almost like keeping it in, but it's not like going nuts like Kylo's.
Yeah, no, it's a really cool design. I'm excited to see more of like this medieval like design that they're going with, but at the same time this is going to be like a very much so like Wild West theme when it comes to like how they're telling the story, but it also has this very like King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Yeah,
it's Arthurian, but also like spaghetti western. Yeah, true to Star Wars style and the Western style, but the Arthurian style is something we're exploring for the first time. Because they said the new Jedis for the High Republic are going to be like the Knights of the Round Table.
Yep.
I'm very excited to see how they explore the dark side. Because Alex made a very interesting point last week when he said no one's seen a Sith for 1,000 years.
Right.
How the hell did Yoda even know the Rule of Two existed?
Yeah, honestly, I never caught that. I was like, oh, he's right.
I never caught that. And then I was watching a Clone Wars episode, and he says it again. Mm-hmm. He says, always two there are, no more, no less. And then I just watched Palpatine versus Savage and...
Oh my God, it's so good.
And when Palpatine's like, there can only be two and you're no longer my apprentice.
Yeah, it was so good. God, that was such a good fight.
I just love how confident Maul is right up until that point where he's like, oh shit, he's way more powerful than I could even imagine.
Yep.
Also, is that the reveal in Clone Wars that he wields a dual saber?
Who?
Palpatine?
Savage or Palpatine? Because he doesn't do that in
the movies.
3.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So does he lose his lightsaber at some point? Like, what does he do?
I don't know. I mean, that's the only time we ever see him like wield lightsabers.
I thought there was another point in Clone Wars where we do.
In 3, and then in Clone Wars is the only time you'll ever see him use it. But he's terrifying. He's terrifying when he fights. Like all of like the spinning and stuff that he does.
Oh yeah, he's nuts. You can't stop him.
And he's It's so good. I wish they would have given him more action.
In the movies?
I understand why they didn't. Yeah, in the movie or in the shows, like it would have been cool to see him fight more.
Because he's more of a mystic. He's more of like
he is. Yeah, he is. But when he wants to fight, man, he will.
Oh, he's the total package. Yeah. But if you take episode 9, And you even take his canon, non-canon. The man studied the Sith. Like, he knew everything there ever was to know about every Sith that you could find documentation on in the galaxy. So it would lend that every lightsaber fighting style, every dirty trick, every force-wielding power, like, he knew about it, and whether he mastered it or not, he could still probably use it.
You also have to remember who his master was as well. His master was more of a
mad scientist.
He was a mad scientist. He was a teacher. Like, I mean, like, he went and studied, and he essentially had a PhD in Sithology. You know, like, he was like, that's just what he did.
Was Plagueis from Naboo too?
No,
I haven't read that novel.
Plagueis is some weird race.
I know I forget the name of it. I know he's not. They're in episode. His race is in episode 3, I think.
They're one of the factions. They're like,
part of the Separatists.
You'll see them in the.
He's a moon.
Yeah,
part of the banking clan.
The banking clan. That's what it is. Yeah.
Moon.
Yeah, I don't like the bankers. They're a pain.
I mean, think of every fantasy
bastards.
show we like and think of the bankers. Game of Thrones, assholes.
Yeah, true.
Star Wars, assholes.
True.
I'm sure if we find them in Lord of the Rings, they'll be assholes too.
Well, I mean, like, the dwarves were kind of like.
No, the dwarves are craftsmen.
They held on to all the gold.
That's not banking, Tim.
That's essentially banking,
That's
Kevin.
hoarding.
They all covet their money.
No. They're great craftsmen. It's in the beginning of the first movie. She explains it. She never uses the word banks. Aren't the bankers in Harry Potter dicks too?
Yeah, they're the little goblins.
Yeah,
Little
I haven't seen the
assholes.
last 2 Harry Potter movies.
No, but I mean, like, you meet them. They're the little goblins. They're terrible.
Yeah, so I like our banker for Rare Job. He's a nice guy.
Oh, all right. Do you have any questions? That got awkward.
Yeah, we got questions.
Sorry, Steve.
Based solely on what we've seen, what craft do you think you'll pilot the most in Squadrons on Friday? I gotta feel it first. Tim, show him the thing.
Yeah, no, I can't. I'm not allowed. I can't show them the thing.
You can't show them the thing?
There is no thing, Kevin. I'm not allowed.
Are you allowed to show them on Friday?
Yeah, I can show them. I can show them when the embargo drops.
So you can show them on fb.gg/darkness429 on Friday morning.
Thursday.
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 How am I supposed to play with you on Thursday?
Or Friday. Or maybe Saturday. Maybe I just won't ever show them. Chat, there's nothing. You see nothing. You know nothing. Good job, Kevin.
Did Tim break embargo and put Kevin under for NDA? How do you know I'm not under the same NDA? You don't. I probably am. I've signed so many of them in my time.
Yeah, as far as like crafts go, I mean, like, I'm, you know me and Chad, I'm the edgy hot topic Sith Lord, so I mean, I'll probably be flying a TIE interceptor.
Can you guys do a review next week? Nope, we're not going to talk about it at all. We're going to ignore the fact that Squadrons even came out next Monday.
Man, it's gonna be really awkward.
Super awkward, but I don't want to give Pockets the satisfaction of knowing what we think about the game.
Okay, well, f you, Pockets.
There you go. Rico said, besides Squadrons, what are you looking forward to? Are you looking forward to the new Lego Star Wars game coming out in spring of 2021? I'm not really a Lego video game guy. I love Legos. I love Lego movies with my son. I don't like playing
son
games.
loves playing video games.
Loves playing Lego games.
He brought over the incredible Lego game the other day, and he just wanted to show me his monster of a character he created. Gum? Gum is scary, Kevin.
Gum from Lego Incredibles?
Yes.
That's my son's custom superhero in Lego
Gum
Incredibles.
is very scary.
Gum. That's it. That's all you need to know.
It
Maybe I'll
must be
do a
Gum.
stream with him on Lego Incredibles, and he can show you guys Gum.
Gum is nightmare fuel. And I said that to him, and he goes, "What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What's wrong?" He goes, "Like, what's wrong with gum?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing."
Since Cody said, since Yoda knew the rule of 2, thoughts on him trying the dark side in High Republic to save the Jedi from a premonition, got scared and overcorrected to the light side. Yoda in Legends flirts with the dark side right around the time period that the High Republic takes place. So a lot of times the new canon loves to borrow from Legends. So I think that is a completely plausible idea and theory for High Republic books.
One of the most powerful Jedi in the known universe. Why wouldn't he mess around with the dark side? Come on, chat.
Patrick B. Chef Buddha said, "What is one Star Wars toy you wanted as a kid but didn't get? Do you have it now as an adult?" No, I cannot find the Death Star toy, the one that opened up in the middle with all the different levels inside of it.
Ah,
I have a feeling that probably costs a fortune on eBay.
probably.
What about you, Tim?
I don't know.
Tim just buys toys if he wants them.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why my wife.
I don't know.
I do that too, and my wife hates Christmas. She's like, "What do you want?" So this year I said, "Buy me this smartwatch. I won't buy it."
Damn, dude. I don't know. What was the question again? So I don't say
Toy
the
you
wrong thing.
wanted as a kid, what didn't
Okay,
get?
so
do you
one
want?
of the
Do you
to-
have it now?
I don't have it now. I definitely always wanted there was a AT-AT that came with a Luke Skywalker that would like rappel off like underneath it, and my uncle had one and I never had one. I really wanted one, so
Damn your uncle.
that's probably it. It's just like a big AT-AT, and you could like control the head and stuff.
Woodhouse asks, "Would you rather see Respawn do a sequel to Fallen Order or see Respawn take that gameplay experience into High Republic era?" They're doing two sequels.
They're
Order.
doing. It's going to be a trilogy. The Fallen Order is going to be a trilogy. What I would honestly like to see, like, if we're going to take the mechanics and just like the lightsaber mechanics and like the skill trees and like the force powers and stuff like that, take that mechanic and throw it into a Knights of the Old Republic game. Take Knights of the Old Republic, the story, right? Not the turn-based RPG
I'm sweating a little bit.
part. So take away turn-based mechanics when it comes to combat. Get rid of that. Put in Jedi Fallen Order mechanics for combat, and then
Keep
do
going.
your KOTOR
Keep going.
story.
Keep going.
Are you almost there, Kevin?
Sorry.
That would be. So we were actually talking about that would be like the next kind of Star Wars game that I would like to see. I would like to see a deep story, deep lore, with the Jedi Fallen Order mechanics of combat, because it's just perfect. Like that. It's so good.
So Tim, Tim's all about PvP. I'm not really a PvP guy. Do you know how much I've had to suffer over the past decade when they're like, "A new Lord of the Rings single-player open-world RPG is coming"? Sorry, we canceled it. "A new Star Wars single-player open-world RPG is coming." Sorry, we canceled it. "Another Lord of the Rings open-world RPG is coming." Sorry, we canceled it. "Another Star Wars RPG." It's canceled. That's what I've been living with. So what Tim described.
And then you just have a big old lightsaber.
That's why Jedi Fallen Order was such a breath of fresh air for me, because it was like,
It was
finally.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was just well done.
Jack asked, "Is Ahsoka confirmed for Mando season 2? I see conflicting reports." We don't know. So no, she's not confirmed.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Jake said, "Do you think Ahsoka or Ezra could show up in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series?" I don't even think Ezra's born. Or if he is, he's a wee lad.
No, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so chat, you'd have to remember the Obi-Wan Kenobi show or movie or whatever the hell this thing's gonna be is in between episodes 3 and 4. Between episodes 3 and 4.
And Rebels is only a few years before 4, right?
Rebels happens in between Rogue One and episode 4.
You're talking a few years.
That is where Rebels takes place. Rebels takes place right before the Battle of Yavin. Okay, so like that's where it's at in the timeline, if you want to look at it. So there's no way that we will ever see any type of crossover to that extent.
Ezra's the exact same age as Luke and Leia. How is that even possible? Because Luke is so tiny in Rebels when Ezra's out exploring the universe.
Well, I would say Ezra is closer to Luke in age than anybody else. I would agree. Rogue One is immediately episode. Yeah, right. It's immediately before episode 4, and so so Rebels is before Rogue One, during Rogue One, and then we kind of hit a little bit into that, and then we jump over to the end of episode 6, the end of episode 6 when the Empire falls. So like, it's like all of those things happening is very, very close in time. It's like Rebels, Rogue One, episode 4.
No, there's no way Luke is older than Ezra. I agree with that.
No, they're close. I would say they're close in age.
According to Darkwing, they're the exact same age.
Okay, they're the exact same age.
Ezra's slightly older than Luke, which means while Obi-Wan's watching over him, for the most part, Ezra's only a child. Ahsoka, maybe? But, okay, here's a big thing with the Obi-Wan series. Like, he's in exile. Nobody is supposed to be contacting him. Nobody is supposed to know his whereabouts. Nobody is supposed to know what he's doing. That was the whole protection thing.
I still have a hard time believing that Ezra is the same age as Luke.
It can be Googled.
No, I want to know.
Anonymous said if they bring Ahsoka into cinema beyond Mando, do you think that opens the door to bring up the mystical side of the Force since she is tied to the daughter? I don't know if you'll ever see that stuff in movies. I could see them fleshing out the Force more in TV. I know that the series that Benioff and Weiss
are the same age,
2 days younger. The series that Benioff and Weiss were supposed to do, or the movie, I don't think it was a trilogy, was to explore the origins of the Force. So that would have been something where maybe we like son, daughter, and the father, and possibly got a glimpse into Abeloth if she's canon. But I don't know. It's interesting, and I'd love to learn more about it. I mean, Tim and I always talk about like the mystical side of the Force in Star Wars is something that's so not really explored. And Clone Wars did a good job of like introducing it to us.
They did, and they did a really good job of kind of showing it off in Episode 9 a little bit with Exegol. It definitely like highlighted more of like the mystic side of
I could see High
practice.
Republic exploring that more.
I still can't believe that him and Luke are the same age.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. But to answer
the thing
that
throwing
question,
me off is the Rebels episode, Tim, where you go to where Obi-Wan kills Darth Maul.
Luke
seems so young.
Luke looks like the way that they make Luke, he makes it look like he's just an itty bitty baby. He looks like he's like your kid's age. You know?
Yeah, he seems tiny. That's what made it weird.
It could have just been poorly done. But still, to answer your question, I don't think you're going to see an Ezra in Obi-Wan because like the time where the Obi-Wan movie is going to take place, like Luke's going to be tiny. Luke's going to be itty bitty little guy, and Ezra is going to be living off of Lothal. So.
Yeah, no, I know Leia's in Rebels. It's weird because Leia seems older and Luke seems a lot younger. Because Leia does the whole thing where they trick the Empire in that one part when she's doing the delivery. It's just weird.
Yep.
Jake said, Tim, I've been reading the Thrawn books because you referred them. Do you think he has the best analytical, tactical mind of a non-Force user?
Yes.
I could not read the books and agree with them.
The way that Thrawn is able to read his opponents through like art and knowing how an enemy will decide its tactics based off of the culture of its people is really interesting. Thrawn can read a scenario unlike anyone else. Even people within the Ascendancy, he is unmatched. So yes, he has a very unique mind. He has a very unique foresight into battles and tactics, and so it's I would have to agree. Someone who isn't Force sensitive, he definitely is one of the most intense beings in the Star Wars universe.
Anonymous said, thoughts on Obi-Wan leaving Tatooine for a mission in his show, saves a Force-sensitive child but struggles that he can't help them and must abandon. That is a very specific thing that I have no... Sure, that could happen. Tim?
Kevin, I don't even know what you said, so yes, sure.
Do you think we'll ever find out who Yoda's master was? Nakata del Gormo, Hissalarian male. It's canon. You're welcome. They look like snakes. Last question. Mando going into the chaos means he could run into the start of First Order. He could get captured thinking it's the Empire, but learns the truth and escapes. I don't know if we'll see the First Order stuff in this season, but maybe in season. Are you guys asking us questions, or are you just throwing out your theories? It's cool either way.
I don't know what that was. That was interesting.
It's cool either way, but you know.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, at some point they're gonna have to tell us and show us how the First Order came to be. There's just a lot of question marks around that. So I just don't think Mandalorian. Again, we talked about this last week. I just don't think the Mandalorian is the show to do it on. We might see a glimpse, we might see a nod here or there, but this is Mando's story. This is things that revolve around him and the child, not the rest of the Star Wars universe.
Okay. Tim, I think that's it.
Also, this snake is terrifying.
What? Oh,
the
Yoda's master.
Gormo. Yeah, Yoda's master Gormo.
Yeah, I clicked canon. It's canon lore too. There's a whole legend section that's a lot bigger, but canon lore, that's his master. So it's there. You can't fight with me on that.
No, chat. Let Kevin have this. Let him have this win, chat.
It's not really a win. It's just
a
quick
win,
Google
Kevin.
search. Chat. It's just a quick Google search.
All you have to do, chat, is just use the Google.
They don't like to use the Google. That's what I've learned.
Okay, Google.
Chat, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. We appreciate you as always. You can check out Tim, fb.gg/darkness429 or darkness429 everywhere on the interwebs. I'm KMagic101 on Twitch and Kevin X Vision on Twitter and KMagic101 everywhere else on the internet. Most importantly, you can go to raredrop.co and check out every last damn thing we're working on. That's it. Just go there and click it.
Just go there.
There's Star Wars and Scotch button. You click that button. You could click the Broman podcast. You can go to kingscoastcoffee.com or click the button that says Kings Coast there. You can go to GCX and click that button and learn more. You can do whatever you want. That's it. Yeah. So thank you for watching. Tim, I'm going to punch us to hyperspace right now.
Do it, Kevin.
Because we have a hockey game to go watch. So
yes,
hashtag
sir.
Go Bolts.
And actually, they waited for us. So.
Oh, look at that. See?
Thanks, guys.
So go Bolts. And
Bolts.
Chat, as always, may the Force be with you.